have your views moved on theological matters in the last decade?
Yeah, I mean, I've done a whole "I Was Wrong About" series of videos. Yeah, it's a big topic. So I first spoke to the atheist community, I mean, long before I became sort of a public dude. I was in the atheist community and talking to the atheist community and had great hopes for the atheist community in terms of morals. Morals are the key to everything. And morals are the key to happiness, and reason equals virtue equals happiness, that famous equation from Socrates. So morals are the key to everything good and positive. You can't have love without morals. You can't have trust. You can't have a high trust society. You can't have an efficient economy. You have to have bars on your window and get tested for STDs all the time. So I am a big fan of ethics. And of course, as a moral philosopher, philosophy is really centered on ethics, because it's the one thing that philosophy does that no other discipline really encapsulates. So I was in the atheist community, and the atheist community was very much like, oh, Christian morals, it's based on fallacious metaphysics and epistemology, and it's not rational. And I'm like, okay, so what's your answer? And they're like, Darwinism. No, there's one place you don't want to go to ethics is evolution, because it's all about falsehood and violence, so to speak, because, you deceive and then you eat things. So, and I went to Dawkins, and I went to Sam Harris, went to other people, read a lot about this question of secular ethics. And the atheists got, not only do they not have anything, but even when I put forward a very robust proof of secular ethics, my book, Universally Preferable Behavior, I got contempt and scorn, hostility and hatred from and not any particularly rational rebuttals. And I did a whole bunch of debates with atheists and secularists and so on. And I was like, as an empiricist, this troubles me. And so Christianity, of course, kept their ethics. And then one thing I noticed, of course, was that over the attacks that came at me from, a large number of different, my picture was 3 times on the cover of the New York Times, Sunday edition, no less. So when the sort of attacks came in, it was the Christians in my life who were magnificent. And they say, we know that good people get persecuted. Whereas the atheists are like, oh, where there's smoke, there's fire. Gotta run. And they absolutely went to the back rooms. They just vanished. And Christians were there. And again, as an empiricist, it's like, you got to have something right about this. Again, the pandemic reinforced this as well, in that Christians tended to be more skeptical of the vaccine and of the whole process. And the atheists were running around bleating like brainless sheep, trust the science, trust the science. It's like, science is the exact opposite of trust, right? And so when it comes to sort of practical matters in the world, atheists believe in the superstition called government and vote for things that take my rights away. Christians, believing in God, promote really great, rational, acted out virtues and don't vote for governments, tend to vote for governments that don't want to take my rights away and obviously sometimes want to restore them. So from a practical standpoint, and as an empiricist, I can never, ever, as an empiricist, deny accumulated, consistent evidence. And Christians were better people than the atheists, were more interested in morality and understood the world a whole lot better. So that's kind of hard to ignore. At least I don't want to ignore it. And so my position on Christianity, given not just the positive behaviors of Christians, but the generally appalling and virulent behavior of atheists, is like, that's not what I expected. And when things don't play out as I expected, it's because I've got something wrong at the essence. So